वेलकम यू ऑल फॉर सोनू भारती कॉमर्स क्लासेस। एक सीरीज़ हमने शुरू 2 दिन पहले, इसके अंदर हम अपना बी पार्ट कर रहे हैं पेपर का, जो कि आपका 20 नंबर का होता है। इट इज़ बेस्ड ऑन योर थर्ड। हम 5 चैप्टर्स को एड्रेस करते हैं। द फर्स्ट इज फाइनेंशियल कंपनी, सेकंड और फाइनेंशियल, एंड थर्ड इज योर टू कॉमन कंपैरेटिव स्टेटमेंट्स, रेशियो एनालिसिस आता है, कैश फ्लो। तो इस 20 मार्क्स के पेपर को हम कोशिश करते हैं अच्छे से समझ पाए, और इस हम किस तरह से बोर्ड हमें के लिए 40 मिनट का टाइम दे, बट वी आर ट्राइंग बाय द प्रैक्टिसिंग, बाय नोइंग what will be where lesser time. So this is this paper 3 of our let's start with it. The first question is here: when an analyst analyzes the financial price over a number of years, the analysis is called. So there are 4 options. So जब भी कोई एनालिसिस फॉर नंबर ऑफ ईयर्स किया जाता है, ईयर ऑन ईयर, जैसे कि आपकी कंपैरेटिव स्टेटमेंट है, हम उसको बोलते हैं बेटा हॉरिजॉन्टल एनालिसिस। तो जब भी आप इसको आंसर करेंगे क्वेश्चन नंबर 20, दिस यू आर गोइंग टू राइट इन योर मार्जिन कॉलम, फिर आप ऑप्शन मेंशन करोगे सी, एंड देन यू विल राइटिंग डाउन दैट दिस इज अनदर पार्ट विच इज गिवन एज इन द फॉर्म ऑफ और। तो अगेन अगर आप ये पार्ट चूज करते हो तो आप 27th लिख, और आप इसका दूसरा पार्ट चूज, write down the second part, and you are going to put it in the margin column. Dash will result in increase in liquid ratio without affecting the current ratio. बिना करंट रेशो को इफेक्ट किए कौन सा लिक्विड रेशो को बढ़ाएगा, इनसे कौन सा आपकी लिक्विड रेशो को बढ़ाएगा? सेल ऑफ स्टॉक एट कॉस्ट प्राइस। तो अगर आप सेल ऑफ स्टॉक एट कॉस्ट प्राइस करोगे तो आपकी करंट रेशो में कोई चेंज नहीं आएगा। ऑन द अदर साइड आपकी लिक्विड रेशो बढ़ जाएगी, क्योंकि स्टॉक कन्वर्ट हो जाएगा कैश में, तो करंट एसेट्स में कोई भी चेंज नहीं आएगा। ऑन द अदर साइड लिक्विड रेशो में जो लिक्विड एसेट्स हैं वो बढ़ जाएंगे। तो सेल ऑफ स्टॉक एट प्रॉफिट, सेल ऑफ स्टॉक एट लॉस, सेल ऑफ इन्वेस्टमेंट एट कॉस्ट। So the right answer is, we'll be writing A here, and this is question number 28. As on 31st February 2024, the following information is available related to Jiva Limited. आपके पास proprietary ratio given है, आपके पास debt The board of directors decided to redeem 10% debentures of rupees lakh. What will be the effect of same on proprietary and debt equity ratio of the company? First of all, I will ask all of you to analyze with the formulas of proprietary. So the formula for proprietary ratio will be upon on the other side debt to equity ratio So when a board of directors decided to redeem 10% debentures of rupees 2 lakh, इससे for sure आपका डेट क्या हो रहा है बेटा, कम हो रहा है, क्योंकि बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर्स ने डिसाइड किया है. तो एक और चीज आपकी कम होती है, साथ ही साथ आपके टोटल एसेट्स भी कम हो. इफ यू विल सी इट कि आपके डेट कम हो रहे हैं, तो साथ के साथ आपके टोटल एसेट्स भी कम हो रहे हैं, बिकॉज जब कंपनी पे ऑफ करेगी इन डिबेंचर्स को, तो these debentures is the part of the debt as well as these debentures is the part of the total assets. So how it is going to affect the two ratios? So according to me, क्योंकि यहाँ पे total asset is in the denominator और denominator के कम होने से रेशियो क्या होती है बेटा, इंक्रीज होती है. ऑन द अदर साइड डेट टू इक्विटी रेशियो के अंदर क्या हो रहा है कि हमारा न्यूमिरेटर कम हो रहा है. तो जब भी आपका न्यूमिरेटर कम होता है तो आपकी रेशियो भी क्या होती है, कम होती है. So let's see what all options are available here. So this is the answers. Let's understand another question. This is 29th. The question says, Micro Limited is a financial enterprise paid interim dividend. Whenever any financial enterprises pay a dividend to its shareholders for the year 2024, for the purpose of preparing cash flow statement, under which category of activities the payment of dividend will be classified by Micro Limited. So the first is operating, is investing, then financing, and none of the above. It's very clearly given, paid to its shareholders, even if it is a financial enterprise. So payment of dividend is always, whether it is financial institution, whether it is non-financial institution, payment of dividend always comes under the category of financing activity. So never get confused with it. So C is the right answer for it. There is another option for the same question. So let's go for it. Which of the following statement is correct? So यहाँ पे ध्यान दीजिए, जरूरी नहीं है एक हो. There could be two statements as well. So cash deposited into bank is an outflow of cash. Not at all. Cash और बैंक को cash and cash equivalent की कैटेगरी में लिया जाता है. So it is not at all any kind of cash outflow. Interest paid on debenture is shown under cash flow from operating activities as outflow of cash. Interest paid on debentures is a financing activity. We are considering it as a non-financial institution. So only financial institutions के under interest paid on debentures द ऑपरेटिंग एक्टिविटी, बट यहाँ पे हम इन जनरल इसको नॉन फाइनेंशियल sale on gain on sale of non current asset is added to profit earned while calculating cash flow from operating activities. Yes, it is a non operating activity, so to calculate cash flow from operating activities हम इसको add back करते हैं. Increase in current liability is a source of cash. Yes, increase in current liability is also a source of cash. So this is question 30. Statement 1, conversion of 60,000 8% debentures of 100 each years of rupees 10 each at a 20% premium will not be considered in preparing cash flow statement. कभी मन Statement 1, so this is a statement based question. Statement 1 is conversion of 1008% debentures of 100 each in shares of rupees 10 each at 20% will not be in preparing cash flow statement. Yes, because there is no cash inflow and cash outflow, it is a conversion. Debentures are converted into the equity, so will not be the part of cash flow statement. Statement 2, conversion of debentures shares is a non-cash transaction, and non-cash transactions affect cash and cash equivalents. Both statements are 100% true. So let's move to the next one. So this is another question which is very prominent in the exams, that we have to tell the major heads and the subheads for these. If I'll say for debtors, debtors comes under the category of current asset, and the subhead of debtors securities premium. Securities premium is shareholders fund. Reservings is the subhead of it. Debentures having maturity period of 3 years, this is non-current liability. So long-term war. Subhead. Calls in advance. Under current liabilities is other current. Short-term deposits payable on demand. Again, computer softwares is non-current asset. And intangible. This is the question of comparative statement of profit and loss for the year ended 31st March 2024. So we have to fill the blanks here. How we are going to fill these blanks? Please understand, you have this value of 50 lakh and you have this percent. So we can easily go with the absolute change, क्योंकि हमारा जो फॉर्मूला रहता है for this percentage is equal to, that is 50% equal to, there is a absolute change अपॉन प्रीवियस ईयर की वैल्यू, जो कि आपके पास 50 लाख क्या हुआ है, जो 100 आप दोनों में से किसी भी एक साइड ले सकते, मैंने ऑलरेडी 150 अपॉन 100 ले लिया. So to solve it, you will be taking it on this side and it is coming as it is coming as 25 lakh. Once you are having absolute change, this is column A, this is column B, column C is B minus A. So I will be adding it in this and it is coming 75 lakh. So like this, with the given information, you can fill up all the blanks. निखिल ये सारा कट कर देना, मैं कर रही हूँ. लास्ट में ना बस ये वाला फ्रेम ले लेना बेटा, जो हाँ है ना, बहुत ज़्यादा थक गई बस अब नहीं. एक रह गया ना कॉलम. So as we have done this, we can just do it, this entire thing. You know the column 1 is for the previous year, this is current year, so column C is B minus A and column D is sorry, the column D is always your C upon A in 100. So when you are applying this information, you can just complete this question. So let's move to the next one. So this is our question 33. So let's address it. This is RFO is given to you, and then gross profit is 25% on cost is given. Then opening inventory is given and closing inventory is given. So closing inventory we can always calculate. It is given here. This is 30% of the revenue from operations. आपके पास revenue from operations है ही बेटा. So आप closing inventory कैलकुलेट कर सकते हो, विच इज योर 30 अपॉन 100 इंटू RFO इज 30,000 and it is very clearly given that opening inventory is 1/3 of the closing inventory, so we can go with opening inventory, which is 1/3 of it, so it is 20,000. Once you are having this, now you require कॉस्ट ऑफ गुड्स सोल्ड, क्योंकि अगर हमें इन्वेंट्री टर्नओवर रेशियो चाहिए तो हमें कॉस्ट ऑफ गुड्स सोल्ड चाहिए. उसके लिए हम क्या करेंगे, हमारे पास एक इंफॉर्मेशन है दैट ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट इज 25% ऑन कॉस्ट. जब भी आपको ये इंफॉर्मेशन इस तरह से गिवन होती है, सो सबसे पहले आपको क्या करना है, लेट द कॉस्ट इज, अगर कॉस्ट एक्स है तो आपका ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट क्या हो जाएगा बेटा, 25/100 एंड वी नो इट, RFO इज इक्वल टू कॉस्ट प्लस ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट. सो मेरे पास RFO कितना है, RFO मेरे पास 2 लाख है एंड कॉस्ट कितना है आपके पास, दैट इज x प्लस 25/. So let's solve it to calculate the cost. So it is 2 lakh is 125/100 x. So x will be your 2 lakh on. So it is coming 1,00,000. Now you have all the elements to calculate inventory turnover ratio. हम लोगों को फॉर्मूला मालूम है inventory turnover ratio का. So let's apply the formula for inventory turnover ratio. मेरा inventory turnover ratio का फॉर्मूला है cost of RFO divided by average inventory. So I'm just going to put the values. My cost of RFO is 1,60,000. Average inventory आप इन दोनों से कैलकुलेट कर सकते हो. 60 plus 20 80, 80,000 divided by 2, it is coming 40,000. तो हमेशा जो मेरा इन्वेंट्री टर्नओवर रेशियो होता है वो टाइम्स में होता है. सो द आंसर इज 4 times, राइट. Okay, let's start with this question. It is given gross profit ratio of the company is 20%. So, your G ratio is given 20%. So, credit RFO is given is 18 lakhs. Then cash RFO is 10% of total revenue. Your cash RFO is 10% of total. Whenever the statement is given like this, you consider RFO as, just take RFO as X. That means cash RFO will be 10 upon 100x. So we will be putting this entire information to calculate total RFO. So this is your credit RFO is 18 lakhs plus cash RFO is 10 upon 100x equal to x. So we can always calculate the value of x. So 18 lakh is equal to x minus 10 upon 100x, which is your 90 upon 100x. So the value of x will be 18 lakhs 200 upon. So it is 20 lakhs. Once you are having RFO, you can always calculate the gross profit. आपको पता है यहाँ पे 20% the gross profit. So that means gross profit is 20% of RFO, which is 20 lakhs. So your gross profit is your gross profit is 4 lakhs. Once you have the gross profit, you need to calculate net profit. So gross profit minus indirect expenses are given, which is 50,000. So net profit will, your net profit will 4 lakh minus, which is coming out as 3 lakh 50. Now you know the formula of net profit ratio. हम net profit ratio का formula लगाएंगे. Your net upon RF. So it will be lakh 1000 divided by 20. This is 70%. So profitability ratios are always in terms of percentages. यहाँ पे 17.5 है इसकी कैलकुलेशन. यहाँ से लास्ट रह गया मेरी ना हालत ऐसे. मैं उसको बना के बस लास्ट में बोल दूंगी, कॉपी करने वाली. So it is this is question 34, which is related to your cash flow statement. So it will always be of 6 marks. Here Nitesh initiated her startup for one. Profits are increased due to the all field statement, napkin vending. The following is the information extracted from the balance sheet of Gift Solutions year ended March 20. Additional provided, you are required to calculate cash flow from operating activities and cash flow from financing. So while going through the question, first of all, we'll just check it what what transactions are related with the financing activities and what transactions are related to the operating activity. You all know equity share capital is the financing activity. Reference shares related with financing activity. Of course, profit and loss account balance is operating activity, and debenture is again financing. So there is an additional information with tire this thing. So inculcating this information, we are going to create our operating and financing activity. यहाँ पे create कर रही हूँ और copy करके फिर करने वाली. इनमें इतनी गलतियां हैं, इनको कॉपी भी नहीं कर सकते. let's understand this question here. This is cash flow from activity. The first thing, giving net profit, net plus. So that is current year minus previous year. You will be adding the dividend paid on each, which coming as 1,60,000. Be adding the dividend on preference shares, and then you will be adding the interest paid. So the total cash flow from operating coming 6,80,000. Now the same things will be there for the financing. So the first is proceeds from issue of equity share capital, which is 11 lakh, and then redemption of preference shares and dividend paid on preference shares, dividend on equity shares, and interest paid on debentures. The total cash generated through financing activities is coming back. That's it for the day. Thank you so much for watching.